if he takes to the dirt well. Firebreak Stakes field, set and ready to go. Away at the mile. Lower River jumped about 4th or 5th in running. Altartic anticipated the start well with Mestri. Lower River creeping up now in the early stages of the race as they head onto the course proper from Cagliostro, Sound Money and Al Jadaf is 6th. Followed by Crown Estate, then came Artorias, King Gold and Meydan Dubai spotting the leaders at least 10 lengths here in the early stages as Laurel River now lets the burners go here. Coming up to the outside of Mestri, who's working to hold him off the fence here. So these two pair off. It's 4 lengths to Sound Money, Cagliostro 3 wide on the improve. From Altartic, who's being outpaced here in the middle stages with just over 800 to travel. They're about to work off the back here in the fire break. Then came Al Jadaf from Crown Estate. Next was King Gold, and Meydan Dubai is watching it all unfold as Lower River now slips away here inside the 800 metres, and Mestri's now being worked upon to chase him down here. 4 lengths the margin here. He's getting further in front here, Laurel River. The champion now half a dozen clear. Artorias works into the race along with Cagliostro. Then came Al Jadaf sneaking runs up the inside from Sound Money. Best of the rest, Crown Estate, but it is a 1-horse race here in the Firebreak Stakes. He's out by 8 lengths now. Cagliostro out chasing along with Artorias, running into it King Gold along with Crown Estate, but Laurel River continues to run along well. Inside the final furlong, he's out by 5 lengths. King Gold making good ground in the late bounds. Laurel River needs the line, getting tired. Here's King Gold on the scene, trying to spoil the party with Cagliostro. Laurel River, will he get there? Maybe not. Maybe King Gold in a thriller. King Gold has got there on the line to make it very interesting with Laurel River. Next over was Cagliostro from Artorias. Next over there was Crown Estate from, then came Meydan Dubai, Al Jadaf, Mestri. Dropped the bit there with 600 to go, couldn't sustain the speed. Sound Money next, and Altartic was last. Photo finish in the fire break.
What an astonishing race. For much of it, it looks as though the Dubai World Cup winner was back to go and do something similar to what he did on the 30th of March last year. But as the line got closer, it got further away, really, for Laurel River. And his stride perhaps began to shorten. The lack of a race, it all began to tell. And an extraordinary Gallic finish with King Gold, the grey, on the dirt. A Group 1 winner on the turf, galloping down and beating the champ, it would seem.
Wow, what a race. What a race. He was legless in the closing stages, Laurel River, and he is being collared late on by King Gold, first time on the dirt, running on well for the Nicholas Caullery team under Age8 de Vries. Laurel River's done a lot in front according to the sectionals. He's gone really hard. 12.2, 10.45, 10.42. He was winging along out there, 11.23, 11.33, and then suddenly, Nick, he's on fumes. 12.34 and 12.77. He got really tired and he's been run down by a closer and a horse who took to the dirt really well first time up.
Didn't he just? Nicola Caullery has brought horses like Batwan out here. This fella's been here, but it's been a different test altogether. A Prima Easter Geest winner has now won the Firebreak Stakes. What a tremendously versatile horse. He had a lot of ground to make up, but Laurel River wasn't quickening. He wasn't maintaining his advantage. Needed every yard of the closing stages to win the grey, who got across from a wider draw. He's run his own race in behind by Age8 de Vries, and on this occasion I think you're just hoping, they're all hoping in behind, that Laurel River isn't as fit and he's going to stop, and in the end that's what's happened.
Yeah, he was a bit slowly away, Laurel River. He was a bit sleepy in the gates, wasn't he? Then he jumped, and then Tanachet really was aggressive on him. He asked him to go forward and do what he did in the Dubai World Cup. And he's
Mestri maybe made him work a little harder possibly to get that uncontested lead eventually.
Mestri stopped really quickly. Yeah, Mestri made him work and do that 10.45 and 10.42. And that's taken its toll. It's used the petrol up early. Sometimes dirt horses that go that hard early on will hang on because they get everything else out of their comfort zone. But he was tiring so much that he's being collared right on the line.
Yeah, that mortgage isn't getting paid off tonight. No. There's disappointment, of course, given the fact that he's been beaten. But at the same time, do you think, from the fact that Bupat Semar's been on record saying he wanted to start him at 1,600 metres and work him up, do you think they will take some solace in this or not?
Yeah, I don't think they'll be disappointed at all.
Because
really.
he beat on this card last year.
Yeah, he showed zip, he showed zest, he showed pace, and you know, perhaps he's just gone a bit hard early on. He didn't have to go 7, 8 lengths clear, did he? He probably went a bit hard in front.
And it's told in the closing stage.
And he's paid for it late on. Fitness has probably played a part as well as going hard in the mid part of the race. And those two things combined meant that he was vulnerable late on, but he's surely going to be better for the run, and as long as he's okay after this, I think the team CMR will be onwards and upwards.
And pleasing first start here for the Wathman-owned Cagliostro, formerly of the US, and as mentioned, there were targets in mid-Feb and early March. This is the elected first run, and yes, in the end he's been right on the quarters of the leader. I don't necessarily think it's truly reflective of Laurel River, if you see what I mean, but they'll be pleased with what they've seen first up out here for Cagliostro.
Yeah, there's the print. Look at that. Wow, what a finish, but it's just the grey head of King Gold, far side, who's got up to win.
Ghostly grey.
Yeah, Vries coming from off the pace. Who'd have thought it?
Well, he tried on Heart of Honour earlier. He tried and tried, but he couldn't get to the U.A.E 2000 Guineas crown. On this occasion, the Dutchman riding the French horse in Dubai. It's all clicked together.
It has. Nicholas Caullery's got a good record with horses he brings to Dubai in the past.
That one I mentioned.
And here's another one.
Fort Payne as well, who we saw in our previous race, a winner
Mestry the
last year.
Sorry, Mestry disappointing, but winners coming in.
Well, he's back for more. The third season out here, King Gold, revisiting the dirt, having been on the grass last season. They've been placed a couple of times on the dirt, but this surely required more. And he's found more. King Gold upsets Laurel River on his comeback. Vries, the winning jockey, who's won so many of the very, very big races out here, and his association with the great Salute the Soldier over the last few years, or a few years back in different rounds of the challenge, making him one of the leading players for the Dubai World Cup once upon a time. I know that that's a race that he really dreams of, and I was speaking to him a couple of months ago when he was suggesting that there isn't so much left as regards chapters in his career. He's getting towards the end. He's still riding brilliantly, but he's an advancing age relative to perhaps some of his compatriots, and I guess he just dreams of that big win.
Yeah,
it's not bad to get a